Hello and welcome to today's video, and today I'm going to be talking about the recent update regarding the plans for Project Exodus at Thorpe Park. So if you've not heard recently, basically in the planning application for Thorpe Park's newest roller coaster, Project Exodus, there's been an objection from the Environment Agency for them to build it on the site of where Loggers Leap is, in the Old Town area of the park. There's a lot of detail into it, so I'm going to read out what it says on the website from Ride Rater where it was first reported. The Environment Agency has raised major objections to plans for a new roller coaster at Thorpe Park. Citing flood risks and natural habitat incursions, the EA offered a potential route to remediation which could force the ride to be built on another site within the park. In order for the EA to be satisfied, ride planners will need to demonstrate that all other potential ride locations within Thorpe Park are of greater risk than the proposed location. Plans for what would be the UK's tallest and possibly fastest roller coaster were submitted to the Runnymede Borough Council in March this year. Under planning regulations, Thorpe Park will now need to satisfy the EA that it is addressing the source of their objections. Alternatively, ride planners can apply directly to the UK government for permission to build as the proposals stand, but this is unlikely to be successful for a project of relatively small scale. The £18 million project, dubbed Exodus, could now be delayed beyond what was previously understood to be a March 2024 target opening. In its letter of objection filed on Thursday, the EA said the proposed location, the former Loggers Leap site, falls within a flood risk category that is inappropriate. It proposes that planning permission is refused on this basis. The only way the applicant can overdue our in-principle objection is to demonstrate that the ride is not within named floodplain, the letter read. It added that there had also been insufficient assessment of flooding risks to people in the application. The EA had a further objection on the roller coaster's construction based on it encroaching on water features that have significant nature conservation value. Those concerns follow on from Natural England raising a similar objection last month. So basically, to put it simply, the Environment Agency has sent a letter of objection to Thorpe Park to build Project Exodus because the site is on a floodplain, and if they build it and get attract loads of people to that area and it floods, it's not going to be safe. So basically, there's three alternative possibilities that I see happening here for the fate of this ride. Basically, the best case scenario is that Thorpe Park managed to sort all of this out, and eventually in a few months' time they get planning permission granted and they manage to start building it on track for it. Originally it was planned to be a March 2024 opening, but at this rate that could be delayed till worst case probably latest March 2025. And then the second option that could possibly happen is they get denied permission to build the rides on that site specifically, and they try and find another site in the park to build it somewhere else. And the most likely area I can think of they could build it, if that ever happened, is probably like on the island behind the Swan, because that's the biggest site where they could possibly build a ride of this scale apart from in Old Town. That's not even the worst thing that could happen. The worst case scenario is that the plans get completely denied overall and they never build it, which will be really, really sad, because it's the first roller coaster to be built at Thorpe Park in, well, by the time it opens, 12 or 13 years. So if the plans get refused for it, then that'll be so sad for not just Thorpe Park fans but for the UK theme park fans in general, because it's the plan to be the UK's tallest roller coaster, and Thorpe Park have even stated that they have an appetite to expand their lineup and become a fully established park in Europe over the next 5 to 10 years, and they're saying that Project Exodus would be the start of that plan. So if Project Exodus doesn't get built, then their 10-year plan likely won't go ahead either, unless they can figure out something else. I don't know. But I think the most likely option, well, I don't even know at this point, because if the Environmental Agency have objected to it, that means that Thorpe Park are going to have to work a lot to basically convince them to allow them to build into this area, which either way it's still going to delay the rides by some time, possibly a few months or maybe even a year, who knows. So if that happens, then I see opening summer 2024 earliest, but the latest I see it opening, assuming this does happen, is March or summer 2025. I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment if you'd like to see you in the next video. Bye!